Yo, what up, everybody? This is your girl, Queen Katina, aka Queen Cat. Y'all already know who I be, how I do, and so y'all already know the time. And today I want to talk to you about raising your consciousness and increasing your relationship with water. And I wanted to use the ocean as an example to do that. I'm always about taking the everyday things that has been given to us by nature or by the Most High as ways or guides to increase our health, overall well-being, emotional, mental, spiritual state, and our awareness and intuition. And so when you think of the ocean, and if you think about sailing in the ocean or navigating the ocean, well, that takes a certain amount of courage and that takes a certain amount of bravery. It's not for the faint at heart. You know what I'm saying? It also takes a certain amount of skill and knowledge and wisdom. You need to have some type of knowledge of astrology, and you need to understand the winds, and you need to understand the tides. And so it takes a certain amount of knowing, you know, of knowing exactly, what it is, where you're going and where you're navigating to. Um, Also, when you think of the ocean is very vast and it's very deep and it's very rich, mysterious. It's wide, you know. It takes, a want for a certain amount of adventure, you know, to want to see more out of life and to want to just have more out of life, to want to live larger and live wider, and also not to live in your fears of the unknown. If you think of, some, of back in history, at one point in time, they thought that the earth was flat, and if they sailed too far, that they would fall off the end of the earth, So we all know that that's not true. Okay. But had they not gone out into the ocean, and had they not gone out to navigate and overcame their fears and was willing to see something new, then they would have never discovered that there were other worlds out there besides their own. And that's a good point to make, that there are other worlds out there besides your own. There's so much to be seen, so much to be known, so much to be heard. There's so much to do and so many places to go, There's so much to experience, and, just so much to breathe in and to take in, that sometimes we close ourselves off to what it is that we already know without, taking out the time to explore, and to have more experiences. Some of us are living the same experiences every single day, every day, just having the same exact experiences. And they've been the same experiences for the last 10 or 15 or 20 years. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with some repeated experiences are great. The love of your family, taking care of your family, your children, your wife, your husband, those repeated experiences are great. But we all also were put here to experience the greatness and the richness and the vastness of life. So the ocean can help us to understand just how rich life can be and how unknown, there's so many unknown species in the ocean that we don't know about. So it's an example of how much is unknown out there and how much more there is to know, and how much more that we can experience. And by having more experiences, we can enhance the experiences in our lives and the experiences of others, But, back to what I was saying about being closed in and continuously repeating the same thing or having the same experiences. Sometimes we're repeating the same experiences out of fear because, our past has shown us, obstacles and hard times. And, a lot of us have experienced trauma and, drama and things like that. So We stick to what we know, we stick to who we know, we stick to the circle we know, we stick to the food we know, we stick to the same job, we stick to everything the same, even if it's not quite serving our purpose, and even if we're not quite finding, the type of happiness that we're really looking for. It's better than not knowing and getting something worse, and that is the mindset a lot of times around it. And so the ocean is here to remind us, that there is much more out there, and it's very vast, and it's very rich, and it's very deep. And the experiences that you experienced in your past are now in your past, and that you can explore and go further and, have more in your future. Also, the ocean, it comprises 71%, about 71 or 73 or something like that percent of this planet. And our makeup, our bodies are made up of approximately about, the same percent of water that there is here on this planet. Our brain consists of a certain amount of water. All of our organs consist of a certain percent of water. So it's very important for us to make sure that we are staying hydrated, that we are hydrating our cells, because that is what helps to transport, toxins out of our body and nutrients to our cells, and just to help keep our overall health well. Dehydration can cause migraines and so many other issues that dehydration can cause. So we want to make sure that we're continuing to keep ourselves hydrated. And on that note, being that water is so important, we want to make sure that we're also not polluting the water and polluting the oceans, and that we're being more aware of how long we are running the water. And these are all things that we can all do together, that small little things. That's just something small. Drinking a cup of water, being mindful of the ocean, being mindful of how rich life is, and how you can increase your happiness, increase your vibrations, and have more be given to you by being willing to explore, and just add more into your life. So I'm going to leave you on that note. I'm going to leave it right there. And I'm going to say peace be unto all y'all. Peace.